Hello everyone, welcome to Gosport Railworks. My name is James and today we're doing another locomotive review, this one being the Dapol Class 121. And yeah, it's a rather nice looking one in my opinion. But let's get all the boring stuff away. I would like to mention this is actually a pre-owned one, and this is actually a older box. I just think somebody's replaced the sleeve with a newer sleeve. So I will mention that, that you can still get these, just that mine's actually an older version. Anyway, the product code for my particular one is ND118D, class 121 in Network Southeast. The running number is 55022. And yeah, like I said, it's pre-owned, so no paperwork unfortunately, but normally you would get the warranty and also the the information sheet, which tells you about running in, oiling, DCC fitting and all the other little useful bits. So I'll pop that there. I do have the detail pack, which doesn't really have many bits, but it does still have all the has a few bits which you can probably add onto the model itself. What you get inside is some alternative couplings. I'm not too sure if they're just fake ones or just any odd sort and stuff like that. It does have NEM pockets, so it's not all that much a problem if you want to fit it with your coupling of choice. And it does have some fake couplings to put on the hook, which it does have a hook on the front. And you do also have some piping work as well. While I'm here doing the boring stuff, let's quick have a look at the weight. Just to mention, the ones which are still on sale for non-DCC, you can get them £114.04 from Hatton's, and probably about the same amount from everywhere else. But the weight is 64.3 grams, and I'm quite happy with that. You can also get unpowered versions of these. I've not got one, so I can't really review that. But for the powered version, I'm quite happy with it, as you may have seen it going along my layout before. Detail is fairly nice in my opinion. First of all, the little, I don't want to say guards, but the little window here does have some nice grating and detail work on the window. It does have very nicely printed detail as well. As you can see, this is the revised Network Southeast livery, and it's printed, as far as I can tell, as it should be. It does have riveting, what looks like riveting on the top band here, so that's quite nice there. The underside detail, well, on the side of the underside detail anyway, it's very nicely done. It's got coloured, painted piping and all stuff like that. Let's have a closer look there. However, on the bottom, which to me is not really much of a problem, it's completely blank. In fact, you can also see the little drive shaft going to the motor, which I'm assuming is there. But in my opinion, it's not really much of an issue, because in N-gauge, you're not really going to see this. So it's probably the best way to do it, really. But yes, detail is nicely done. Printed detail on the front is quite nice done. Strange enough, it says 122, which I'm assuming. Alright, I'll let that, not too sure if that's accurate or not, but I'm assuming it is. But yeah, it's, in my opinion, it's very nicely done. I should stop saying that as well. I said the handrails are picked out quite nicely. The rails, the handrails on the side here, door handles and stuff like that, all very nice. It does have directional lighting at back and front, which you have seen as well. To DCC it, it's extremely easy. Get your nail tucked underneath the roof there, pull up and pull back away from the exhaust piping, as you don't want to break that off. And as you can see, the detail, it does have a somewhat detailed interior. It's got a, the only way I can say it is it's got as much detail as it can do, while also still having room for the motor and stuff like that. So it's, you're not really going to see it all that much anyway, so it's well into. But if you want to add passengers, just do remember to cut them in half, then glue them in. It does also have, as a DCC decoder. It can take any decoder which will fit in that spot. This is the older Bachmann one, so quite nice. And it does also have very easy access to plug in a light bar as well. And on the roof it also has space to put the light bar as well. So very nice little thought there from Dapol. And yeah, there's not really much I can say bad about this little locomotive in my opinion. The only thing which does let it down is that there's no little sign here for the route indicator. So to be honest, if that's really it, it's not really much of a bad thing. So yeah, I really can't say much else about this. I'm happy with it. The detail is superb for the size, and it's not really much of a high cost really, because you got a full enclosed DMU. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to stop blabbering on about it because I really can't find anything wrong to say much about it. And yeah, get it onto the turntable and you can have a closer look at it, and then we'll get to running it on my layout. So I'll see you in a bit. British Rail Class 121 is a single car double-ended diesel multiple unit. 16 driving motor vehicles were built from 1960. These were supplemented by 10 single-ended trailer vehicles. They have a top speed of 70 miles per hour with slam doors and vacuum brakes. The driver motor vehicles were nicknamed Bubblecars by some enthusiasts, a nickname endorsed and made official by the final passenger service operator, Chiltern Railways. The Class 121 is Britain's longest-serving DMU, operating in passenger service for 57 years until 2017. The Class 121 were built for use on the western region of British Rail. They were used on various lightly used branch lines in Cornwall, branch lines off the main line in Thames Valley, the Bridgeport branch line, Severn Beach line in Bristol, and the Greenford branch line in West London. Unlike the earlier but similar Class 122, which had a small destination indicator in the roof dome, the Class 121 had a 4-character headcode box in the roof dome, with the destination indicator inside the box of the centre cab window. Upon privatisation of Britain's railways, the Class 121 fleet was only operated by one passenger company, namely Silverlink, with several more units in departmental duties with Railtrack. Since Chiltern Railways retired its final 2 units in May 2017, there have been no examples left in revenue-making service. Remarkably, considering the age of the fleet, the oldest unit, 55020, was also the final unit withdrawn alongside 55034, which remained in daily service until 2017, whilst the youngest vehicle was the first to be dismantled. Class 121s have proven popular for preservation on heritage railways. Right, here we are on my Gosport layout. I have got a test rake over there, which I may or may not use, I haven't quite decided yet. And we've got the Class 121 on the layout. I would like to mention 2 things first. First of all, I figured out what the 122 little sign on the front was. That's actually the unit number. So it's not the actual class, but it's the unit number, so that makes a bit more sense. It's basically the same as the running number here, but it's a different running number. Anyway, also to mention, I have the DCC chipped mine, so just to make that take that into account. But I have got it all set up, and here it is on the layout. And I'm actually going to turn the lights on. So there we go. And as you can see, maybe able to see, it has got some very nice lights on the front there and on the back. Anyway, let's do a slow speed test. Does need a little bit to get it moving, but you can slow it down after that, and the same for the other way around. Yeah, it's a rather nice little runner. Yeah. There it goes. I actually do like single car multiple units because well, they're quite pocket sized, and if you've got a very small layout, pretty much all you need really. Now at lower speeds it does seem to be a bit noisy, but if you speed it up it's not too much of a worry. Ooh. Still noisy, but at least it's a bit more of a understandable noise. But yeah, it's a rather nice little Lyco. Well, multiple unit. And as you can see, it doesn't have any issues going around a decently curved, well, tight curved track. I have actually run this on the beginning layout before, and I know it can go around first radius curves. So I don't think it should be able to go around any tighter than that, but first radius curves are fairly tight, so yeah, it seems to be running quite well. Anyway, I'm going to put it to a stop. Ooh, bit too far, but yeah, I'm just going to quickly couple up the test rake just to see how much it can pull if you need to, but I doubt you'd actually need to, but let's have a see anyway. So I'll bring you back in a minute. Right, here is the Class 121, and there's the test rake. This is not prototypical, as I would doubt that it will be pulling 8 Mark 1 coaches, but this is just to see how well it can pull. That should connect up fairly well. I think that's done nicely, and as you can see, it has no issues pulling 8 Mark 1 coaches. If I remember right, this was 68 grams. So let's just say about, this is 2.5 times its own weight. But yeah, I doubt you'd actually be wanting to make it pull anything near this amount of weight. Maybe a second bubble car, but yeah, I'm going to make it do one more loop, then we'll make it run on its own again. But yeah, there's no reduction of speed, and doesn't sound like it's having any issues at all. So yeah, I'm just going to reach over and I'm just going to manually move over. I'll leave the test rake there, so I'm just going to turn off the power for a minute. Just see how well it can go on the track. Just turning off the power since it is DCC'd at the moment. That seems to be alright. Right, and turn the lights on again. And there it goes. Just going to move this up just so it's not in the way. Yeah, it's a fairly nice little well, train. So you can get this in a large variety of liveries, though the Network Southeast one is a bit hard to find now. I'm just going to pull up to the front of the Mark 1s. Oh, actually, just so. Yep, no issues going over my double slip. But yeah, like I said, it comes in a wide range of liveries. I think it's got BR green with white whisker stripes. I think it does also have BR blue, though that one I haven't seen for a little while. You can get Avia Railway, and I think that's how you pronounce it anyway. And also you can get it in BR maroon for the track cleaning service. I'm not entirely sure of that one. And also in Chiltern, I think that's how you pronounce it, Chiltern Railway as well. And also, I think there's probably a few other ones. But yeah, for £114, yeah, it's a rather nice little DMU. And like I said, if you have a very small layout, and you can only really afford enough space for a very small little DMU. This is probably something to look at, and yeah, I'm quite happy with it. And so the only thing which could really have been added to it is interior lighting already fitted, but some people like it, some people don't, so I can see why they made it optional and made it a fairly easy optional fit. And also nothing on the route indicator things there, but oh well, so it's not really much an issue, and yeah, I'm happy, so I can't really complain now. Anyway, I'm going to send it on away, and yeah, if you liked the video, I hope you want to subscribe. Feel free to comment, like, and share the video if you really want to. If not, well, I hope you enjoyed it anyway. Anyway, I'm just going to say up shot. There we go. Anyway, see you again next time. Take care now. Bye bye. That's a very nice shot.